Grade 9 students. Welcome to our new video. As you all know, we have finished with our examination and we are going to start with our further syllabus. So the first chapter we are going to start is Reach for the Top. So please open your textbooks.
So students, let's start with the chapter, part 1, that is Santosh Yadav. Before you read, think for a while and make a list of 3 to 5 persons you idolize or admire very much for their achievements. Your idols may be from any sphere of life, such as sports, medicine, media, or art and culture. So what it is telling, before we start with the chapter, you just have to admire of the person which have achieved. It may be from any field, that is sport, medicine, media, or art and culture. Your teacher will then discuss your choices with you to find out who the top 5 ideals of your class are. Now, here we are going to talk about the Santosh Yadav. Let us see what is his achievements. The only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice was born in society where the birth of a son was regarded as a blessing and a daughter, though not considered a curse, was not generally welcome. So, here they are talking about the woman where she is born from the society where their importance was given to the son. When the boy is born, the blessings were given to the son and the daughter was not considered as curse, but it was generally not, they were not happy with the daughter. When her mother was expecting Santosh, a traveling holy man, giving her his blessing, assumed that she wanted a son. So what your mother is expecting? That she wanted a son. But to everyone's surprise, the unborn child's grandmother. So the grandmother, let's see what she wanted, who was standing close by, told him that they did not want a son. The holy man was also surprised. The grandmother, she did not want son. So she was in the favor that she wanted daughter child. Okay, and listening this, even the holy man was surprised. Holy man, that is a priest who was there in their house, who came to their house. Nevertheless, he gave the requested blessing, and as a destiny would have it, the blessing seemed to work. Santosh was born the 6th child in a family with 5 sons. So, this Santosh, he was a 6th child, okay, after the 5 sons. A sister to 5 brothers. So she was a sister to the 5 brothers. She was born in the small village of Jonivyavas of Rewari district in Haryana. So she was from Haryana. The girl was given the name Santosh, which means contentment. Contentment, that is satisfaction. So after that, it was given the name that is Santosh. But Santosh was not always content with her place in a traditional way of life. So she was unsatisfied with the traditional way which she used to live the life. She began life living on her own terms from the start. So she started to begin to live her life with his own terms. Where other girls wore traditional Indian dresses, Santosh preferred shorts. Looking back, she says now, from the very beginning, I was quite determined that if I choose a correct and a rational path, that is the right path, the others around me had to change, not me. So she was different from the other girls. Where other girls used to wear the traditional dress, she used to wear the shorts, and her thinking was different from the traditional type. Santosh's parents were affluent landlords, that is well-to-do, who could afford to send their children to the best school, even to the country's capital, that is New Delhi. So this Haryana was nearby to the Delhi. So this Santosh parents, they were well settled. They were the landlords, okay, and they were quite affordable to send the children to the best school, which was quite close by. But in line with the prevailing customs in the family, Santosh had to make do with the local village school. So, according to that tradition which was going, okay, according to the customs and the family. So, the Santosh, she has to also go to this local village school. So she decided to fight the system in her own quiet way. When she turned 16. At 16, most of the girls in her village used to get married. Santosh was also under pressure from her parents to do the same. So at the age of 16, the girls used to get married. So this Santosh, she was also pressurized from her parents to get married at the age of 16. A marriage as early as that was the last thing on her mind. A marriage as early as that was the last thing on her mind. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get a proper education. So she was not happy and with this decision she did not wanted to marry. So she threatened her parents that she would never marry if until and unless she did not get that proper education. She left home and got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi. So she now left the home and where she enrolled her name in the Delhi school. When her parents refused to pay for her education, she politely informed them of her plans to earn money by working part time to pay her school fees. So, when she went to Delhi school, her parents refused that they are not going to pay the fees for the education. So, what she politely told them that she is going to plan to earn the money and she is going to do part time job so that she can pay the fees. Her parents then agreed to pay for her education, and thereby listening to her decision, parents agreed that they are going to pay the fees for her education. Wishing always to study a bit more and with her father slowly getting used to her urge for some more education, urge that is to strong desire for more education. Santosh passed the high school examination and went to Jaipur. So she was very determined about the education and she was very interested. So finally she passed that education and where she went? She went to Jaipur. She joined Maharani College and got a room in Kasturba Hostel. Santosh remembers Kasturba Hostel faced the Aravali Hills. So nearby the hostel there were the Aravali Hills. I used to watch villagers from my room going up the hill and suddenly vanishing after a while. So from her room she used to see that villagers, okay, going up the hill and suddenly they vanished. That was they were unable to see. One day I decided to check it out myself. I found nobody except a few mountaineers. So she decided ki where these villagers are going. So she decided to check herself. And one day she asked if I could join them. To my pleasant surprise, they answered in the affirmative and motivated me to take to the climbing. So she asked and whether she can join them to climb the mountain. And the answer was positive, reply was given to them. And she wanted to climb. And from here her dreams of that climbing was begun.
Students, we are going to continue the next part in the next video. In this part, if you have any queries, you can ask me on the personal WhatsApp number.